So another well-known rally game that I really wanted to try was WRC 10, and to be honest guys, a big reason why I really never played this game or even wanted to really get on it was I saw so many comments basically everywhere and a lot of people saying that it was basically terrible on a controller. So I was like, alright, well, I'm not going to play it then if it's not that fun. But the funny part is I have spent several hours playing this game. I think I'm almost approaching 10 hours already. And I gotta say, I really do not agree with what people are saying about the controller. I mean, bro, I've been having a great time on WRC 10. And in fact, I can really see how people really get sucked into these games. Because honestly, it really is a lot more fun than I expected, guys. I mean, it is going to have a good amount of cars and tracks. Now, as y'all know, I did play WRC Generations. I also really did enjoy that game. So I kind of knew WRC 10 was probably going to be a bit similar to it, man. And one thing I had to get used to in this game was getting better at driving and figuring out how to really drive and play as similar to Generations. But I had to jump into this game knowing that I'd probably crash a bit, and my goodness, dude, I flew off the road, I crashed, I ran into things, I flipped over. You pretty much name it, bro. I probably did it when I was learning. I'd crash into the wall and go, oh, so that's how I'm supposed to turn. It's actually kind of insane because I really didn't think I'd get into this game, and even failing at driving or having issues as it's kind of a different type of game, you know what I'm saying? So you're probably going to have issues when you're driving or getting on it the first time. And surely enough, once I kind of got locked in, guys, it really did kind of take me away. I mean, I genuinely enjoyed it. The overall handling model in this game, I was also seeing that online as well, that it wasn't that good. But I also got to say, though, again, I can't really agree now. I do understand every person's experience will end up being different. But overall, though, I do feel like the model in this game is honestly fairly solid, man. It's fun. Once you get used to it, it is actually really entertaining. I really did enjoy it. And with that, there is a lot of different maps, weather configurations, bro. You could be driving at nighttime through a forest, really trying to figure out where you're going. You can also play in the evening on top of that, which is pretty cool, so it's not as dark. But you can then go to full-on nighttime. You can then play in the evening when it's raining or at noon when it's raining. Go on a full, beautiful day, super clear skies and all that, and just race through some areas, see dust flying everywhere. And then you can also go and drive in nighttime areas in the snow as well, or it actually is kind of like an asphalt type of road. But I gotta say, that's probably one of my favorite things about this, is you really can change the atmosphere and the feeling of every single map every time you do it, dude. It's so dang dope. I really do love the fact that you could go on a map and drive it in regular clear day in the sun and go, okay, this is pretty dope, and then also add cloudiness to it, then make it completely rain super heavy, which changes the atmosphere of that map during the day. Then you jump onto a map at nighttime in the rain, bro, and it completely changes the entire atmosphere. It's honestly really dope, and that was something I really did like about it, dude. Once you start seeing the fogginess in some areas when you're racing and then all the detail that comes with it, I gotta say, for WRC 10, it was way more impressive than I really expected the game to be. I was kind of jumping into this game, seeing the comments and going, all right, well, that doesn't seem very good. People talked about the overall camera view, the audio not being that great. It just wasn't all that good, really. And the thing is, I was like, you know what, maybe, man, with how these games are, maybe your boy should just jump into it and give the game a shot. And surely enough, guys, jumping into the game, I was really wrong on a lot of the opinions that I felt before even playing it, which was probably one of my issues. I really did see the controller thing popping up everywhere, but playing the game more, doing more rallies, that really just stopped bothering me. And also noticing, like, yes, the audio might not be 100% amazing for how the cars sound, but to be honest, I mean, they don't really sound that terrible to me. And I do understand you have the career mode. Personally, I was going through that a bit. I also started the season thing. And then you can also go into quick play and pretty much drive any car of your liking on any track configuration, as I was mentioning before. So you could do regular beautiful day again, as I mentioned. You could do cloudiness, you could do noon, you could do raining, you could do storm, you could do pretty much whatever you want on a load of different tracks in the game, which is so dang entertaining. And also in a load of different cars as well. You could drive the really fast WRC 1 cars, I believe they're called, or Rally 1, which is something like the GR Corolla or even the Hyundai. Then you could jump into the slower style cars after that, like the Citroen or Citroen. I don't really know how to actually pronounce that car's name, but y'all know what I probably mean. The other Ford that's also in there as well. Then you could go to the historic cars, which are super fun, like the Lancia, which, by the way, is an absolute blast to use, bro. I love that thing. Then we also have something like the Alpine as well, which was a pretty fun car. I will say the junior car being front-wheel drive, Yeah, I gotta say, compared to Generations, man, I wasn't the biggest fan of that car, bro. I'm not gonna lie. In front-wheel drive, I didn't really like it, dude. I didn't. But the sense of speed when you're driving the faster cars, or basically Rally 2 to Rally 1, really freaking fun, bro. I love the sense of speed in these WRC games. I think they absolutely nailed it. One of the other historic cars I really liked a lot, though, was the Subaru. That thing sounded and drove so dang dope. I love the plus suspension on it, going over different jumps and going really fast. It was honestly pretty dope. One area I also wanted to test the sense of speeding, guys. I'll show you this. I was driving the Peugeot, and I don't know if that's how you really pronounce that car. You know what I mean. The T16, very well-known vehicle. It was in Dakar Desert Rally and all that stuff. But either way, though, I was doing over 200 kilometers an hour in this thing, which, if you are wondering, in American terms, is like over 130-something miles an hour, 140. So you're obviously flying. And 140 miles an hour in the dirt is actually pretty wild. People might be like, that's slow, bro. But, dude, you're doing 140, 150 in the dirt, man. You are absolutely flying. And in this game, it really was kind of flying. And that was something I did. I found this route on this map in the Peugeot, and I was like, this is dope. I ended up doing this again in a different car that was in the rain as well, going really fast. It's crazy how the same area in a different car actually felt so much different, but also so dang fun to try to jump on and drive as fast as I possibly could on it. Now, that was one of the other things I liked about this, guys, which I had to compare that to Generations, because I do like the track design in this game. I really think they nailed a lot of that so dang well. Whether they're driving super fast on that one straightaway or going on a super tight road in Japan or something like that, and then driving through a forest on a really small road. There's trees, there's rocks on one side of the other road or something. You really do not have a lot of room for error, which I think is super fun. There's jumps in the middle of areas. If you mess up or you turn the wheel slightly to one side, bro, you are most likely cooked. Like, it's so dang dope, which is probably why I've been getting sucked into these WRC games so much, because if you have a lot of mistakes or you start making them, on these longer tracks, bro, there really is no mistakes that can be made farther in, because guess what? I've done it. I've crashed. I've spun out. I've messed up, and I went, dang, dude, I got to redo that whole thing now. But you know what? Once you do that, though, you'll probably be better the next time you finally get over there, which is something I did end up noticing. I did like that, how you kind of learned and went, all right, I need to be more careful there. Don't push the car as much here, and be faster, but also be more careful. It's probably the best way to do it. I really got to say, though, from the reviews and different things I've seen about this game with the controller and all that and not being that fun, guys, if you haven't played WRC 10 as a brand new player, I did mention this in the Generations video. I am very new to these types of games. I haven't really played the rally sim type of games. I did start on Generations. I'm playing 10 now. I'm also going to play 9. I also have Dirt Rally 2.0. And I'm going to get EA Sports WRC. So I am playing all of these. I'm really getting sucked into them. And I'm having a lot more fun than I thought on this game. I will definitely say, if you guys are wondering if you should get these games, some of them are on sale. They go on sale often. I gotta say, you gotta just pick it up, dude. And even if you're kind of wondering if it might not be fun on the controller, or maybe you might end up finding some flaws or whatever it is, dude, I can say I would highly recommend trying them anyway, guys, because I had the same thoughts, and those exact same thoughts almost made me not even get the game again. But I was like, you know what, dude? Nope, I need a change of pace, bro. I love the amount of tracks, the amount of cars, the historic cars, the weather. The driving in this is going to be really fun with these super long tracks. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just try this. Maybe the controller isn't that bad. And turns out, guys, the game overall was just way better than I expected, man. The overall just fun factor of not making mistakes, having longer roads and all that in different areas, different weather, historic rally cars in different weather that are like rear-wheel drive. Some can spin out easier, and it just so much better than what I expected the game to be. And I really went into this game kind of having like an optimistic mindset that, you know what, maybe it's not as bad as people say, guys, which the crazy part is, I kind of think in some ways people might end up saying that or feeling that kind of like I was, and most likely not really play the game because of it, which is probably why some people don't give certain games a chance, man. And that's so dang sad. Like, the overall design of this, certain maps being in the fall with the leaves all over the ground, bro, and could be on a really nice road somewhere with the open fields and go nighttime into a forest. And the cool part is you really can drive as fast as you want. You could drive super slow if you want. If you just want to enjoy certain things, drive the cars and kind of just explore a little bit on the tracks, you could do that too, bro. It's actually kind of wild how much you really can do in this game, guys. But you know what? I'm not going to keep yapping because I definitely can. I am planning a WRC 9 video as well, and stay tuned for multiple Dirt Rally 2.0s. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm getting super hooked into these WRC games. I'm really thinking about playing these a lot more often because, my goodness, they are way more fun than what I expected, but also what I did end up seeing online.